So today we're going to be asking a science question to people on the street. If I'm sitting in the back of a moving truck and I throw this ball straight up, where does it land? If I'm sitting in the back of a moving truck and I throw this ball straight up, where will it land?
It will probably land behind you.
It depends on how fast the truck is going. If the truck's going really fast, then
Let's say it's going 25.
I don't know.
On top of you?
Where does it land?
Let's see here.
That's a good question. First reaction, it would land back, like not in your hand, but maybe in the end of the bed of the truck, or it would hit the ground behind the truck. That's what I think.
In your hand?
It's just has gravity. And so it's just gonna go up and like straight back down. And so it's just gonna land back there, so you're like, bye ball.
So you're going to throw it up and then you move and the ball comes back down.
Well, it has forward momentum, but then it has upward momentum, but then there's like air resistance, so it would slow down a little bit.
But
Ball
if
up.
you're in the back of a truck, like where the wind's blowing?
Oh, so you're saying the wind's going to blow it off course.
Yeah.
So we'll
It's like
land.
if you're in the back of a moving truck and the wind's blowing this way and you throw it up, it's gonna be like whoosh.
Oh, what if wind wasn't an important factor? What if it was
Then it just land right back around you.
Your truck's going down.
trucks going this way?
And you throw the ball up.
Straight up.
Straight up. The ball's not going anywhere, but the truck is. The ball's gonna. Well, the truck's going that way, so the ball's gonna end up more that way.
So we really only have three options here. Either the baseball goes straight up and lands back in my hand, or when I throw the baseball up, the truck is moving, so the truck moves out from underneath it and it lands behind, or the third option, something in the middle of the two. In the 1500s, Galileo conducted a similar experiment, but instead of asking about a baseball in a truck, he asked if you dropped a cannonball from the mast of a ship, where would it land? His idea was, if the ship was stationary, the cannonball should fall straight down. But if the ship were moving, then the cannonball should fall to the back of the ship. In Galileo's day, he used a boat to talk about reference frames because that's all they had. But in our day, we could do a similar experiment by dropping a cell phone in a moving car. Think of a time when you were in a car moving fast down the highway. Do you notice things flying to the back of the car, or do they just fall straight down? So this is what we call a moving reference frame. Returning to Galileo's ship experiment, because the cannonball was touching the mast at the beginning, they had to be moving at the same velocity. In fact, everything on the ship had to be moving at the same velocity. This is what we call a frame of reference, when everything is moving at the same speed together. When the cannonball is dropped, it maintains the same velocity that it had before it was dropped, which is equal to that of the ship. So to people on the ship, it looks like the cannonball is just falling straight down. But if we were to look at it from the shoreline, it looks like the ship is moving and the cannonball is moving even after it's released from the mast. Okay, so we've talked about it in theory. Let's see what happens in real life. Did you guess that this would fall right back in my hand? As we analyze the video, we can see that the ball and the truck both have the same horizontal velocity. This is because we're all moving in the same reference frame. Look from within the truck. You see I'm throwing the ball up and down, and it comes right back down exactly the same as if we weren't moving at all. So I am standing still on the sidewalk. You see the mountains behind me. I am not moving. So we call this a stationary frame of reference because I'm not moving. But is it really stationary if the Earth is spinning and orbiting around the Sun, flying through the Milky Way galaxy? You tell me, where is the true stationary reference frame?